Good afternoon, everybody. It is Monica with Presley Girl Creations. I hope you're all doing well. It's a rainy Wednesday here, and I thought it would be a great day to just work in the studio and create some of these cute little scrap dangle embellishments. I had someone actually ask me to do a video on those, and I called them Twisted Tangles in the video, and that's because I got my inspiration on how to make these from Donna at Twisted Paper Studio. So she had a video out there, and she calls hers the Twisted Tangles. I know dangles have been around for some time, but it's just an awesome way to use scraps, fabrics, embellishments, whatever, to, just add a little something to your projects. I use these on banners that I create and hang at the holidays. I use them on ornaments. I use them on gifts as part of the packaging, tags. Let me see, I had a couple of tags here. So you can see how I've used them on these tags right here to just decorate them. And it just gives me a way to use my smaller pieces of scrap paper that I don't want to get rid of, or fabric that's tiny, and they're great for snippets, but I also use them in here. So I use these for some tags. I like to keep a lot of them made up because they come in handy just to give your project a little extra, and they're really cool in the way that they work out. It doesn't matter what the theme is that you're doing, in a project or in your journal, because if you make a bunch of them, there's always going to be one that will go with it. So, for example, these tags I just kind of created, and then I went to where I keep all my little paper dangles, and I found the ones that looked like they would go with it. I didn't have to create these to go with the tag, they were already made. So you can see how cool it is that the colors blend in. It just seems to work. I don't know how. It's just when you're using a variety of paper and scraps, you'll find one that's going to go with your project if you keep a few of these made up. So I was running low. Again, I thought today would be a great day to make some. We're not going to go through the entire process. I'm going to make a couple with you, but I just want to show you the stages. So what I tend to use is packaging, from things that we purchase, mail, junk mail. You can use greeting cards, cardstock, anything that's got some durability, because you want them to be a little bit stiff, because they'll tear up easily if you just use, your basic thin paper. So I always have a little basket of scraps. I know these are tiny, but if they have wording or pictures, I can't let them go, y'all. I keep them. I think they're perfect for this project. You can use it on so many different things, and so you just collage. So here's one I collaged. No rhyme or reason. It actually goes off the edge here, and all you have to do is just clean it up, and use up your little pieces of paper to create something else that's really pretty. The back of this I could leave like this. I probably would just put like a piece of coffee dyed paper or larger pieces of scrap, because I have more of the smaller pieces. It's more time consuming to do the smaller pieces all over the whole thing. You could get a big piece of 12 by 12, and once you put paper on the front and back, it thickens it up. But you can see I just covered it. And then all you do after that is go and get your chopper and cut it. And these particular project, or this particular project in itself, it's not a quick project. There's a process to it. I tend to make a lot at one time, but you can do these in stages. And like I said, it's perfect for like a rainy day, or you know you want to do some creating, but crafting mojo just isn't there that day. And so you can make a lot of these and use up some extra pieces of scraps and things that you have, and your juices will get flowing. But to me, I find it very relaxing to make these. And again, you can do them in stages. So if you just want to collage one day, maybe the next day cut them in different sizes, or another day when you want to tackle them again, because there is a little bit more to them than just collaging. I don't like to fussy cut, so I kind of liken this project to someone that just sits and fussy cuts all day. This is something that's easy to do. And then right here, I keep all of my parts of it that I'm going to use when I create these in this little salsa basket that I have. It's perfect. And I have different stages in this basket. So over here is where I just cut them. Okay, I use some of these from just thicker cardstock. I didn't even have to do collaging. It was just some leftovers. Greeting card edges. I don't like those to go to waste, and I just chop different sizes. And that's as far as this side goes. Here's one that's collaged. Okay, so you really just cut them up, and I put those when they're done. So there's more work to be done on these. Now over here, and I've got all my things, my embellishments that I use, my ball pens. You can use paper clips, safety pins, whatever you want to use. I do like to round the corners. So these over here have been done. And I also love to emboss. So if you have an embosser, it gives it, I'm pretty sure Donna does the embossing on hers. I love embossed paper. But you don't have to emboss all of it. And you don't have to round the corners. It's just all in what you want to do. So if you're going to round the corners, you're going to emboss them, it takes a little bit more time. And then you can see I use a punch right here. And this is my girl I use to punch, my big bite. So she's my puncher. So you can see the different stages. Collage one day, chop it the next, round, emboss if you want to emboss, and punch the holes. And when you get to this point, then you're ready to create. And so I keep a lot of my little bitty scraps from different projects, from clothing, ribbons. I keep all of that, little bitties right here. So then that's where we get to where we create the dangles. So I like to use sequins, and I have a few in here. I do buttons, so I have a few buttons in here. I don't like ugly buttons, so if I'm not a huge fan of the color, I'll glitter them up and paint them, whatever. It's just a great way to make sure I maximize those. Any little bitty things right here, I just kind of throw them in here because I don't know where I'm going to use them, and this is where I can use them. So over here to the side, you can see, because I'm going to be working on some of these today, I've pulled some of them out of my little bin so we could make a couple. You can just get a feel for how I put it together. Let me get a couple of bull pens. I call them bull pens, y'all. I know it's bull pens, but I'm in the South. That's what I say. All right, so when I get started, I have one of these, but I just kind of play around with what I think looks good. And see, these right here are some of my old paper ruffles. I might have used it in a project. You know, I don't want to throw this away. I punched a hole in it. There you go. Maybe we'll use one. Look at that. Goes great. Oh, I like that side. Oh, but it goes better with that side. I don't know, y'all. I love that one. I know where this one, I think this one came from a planner, you know, the cardboardy part in a planner, and I won't throw it away. I just cut the pretty part off. Here's something I punched out. You know, I could use that on a dangle. Oh yeah, this right here. This is book binding. Look, I don't know, I saw a dangle piece. I didn't want to waste it. Isn't it pretty? I don't think that goes very well with it, but I love this. So we're going to work with this one. Let me see. You just kind of roll it around. Look, there's a little red there. So maybe we do that. And you got to look on both sides because you just never know what might pop. What just might jump out? Look at that one. I won't use that one because that's the same. It's a little too dark. You just kind of, you know, eyeball it. You can make these, you can see I've got a variety of sizes. So when you're chopping, you want to do small, medium, large. You want to do skinny. You want to do wide. Look, that one doesn't have a hole. That one got missed. What's on this side? Maybe. I mean, I could do a little heart there. It's kind of pretty, right? Or another red heart. So let's go with this. I love this piece right here. So don't just think about, you know, paper. Think about other things that instead of throwing it away will make it cool. See, like burlap. You could put a piece of burlap in there. Okay. So we're going to go with this. I'm not seeing a smaller piece that I think is super cool. No. That's not bad, right? Kind of like that. Let's go with that. All right, so now I have my little fabric pieces because I do want to add a little bit of something to it. This is from an old sheet. And I guess I used it in a project to create a ruffle. Let's see if I want that there. I mean, you can save so many little bitty pieces of stuff. Whoops, I apologize for that, y'all. Here's a piece of had a rose. I did an upcycle on a purse. Didn't want to get rid of that. Kind of like it. Y'all ignore this. I got wild with the hot glue gun, and there you go. Let's do this here. Can y'all see what I'm doing here? I'm not sure if I'm getting out of range here. Once you start crafting, you just lose all sense of self. I kind of like that. I think the only thing I'm curious about is, do I want something sparkly to go with it? And I think I'm going to say no on this one. And if you guys know me, I love sparkle, but I like this more subdued look right here. So let's see how all this looks together. These are sharp. You know, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you, I've poked myself many a time, so pay attention that you don't, you know, stab yourself. I may do it on this little video here if I'm not careful. Let's see how this looks. I like it. There you go. There's your dangle. Isn't that cute? I like it, y'all. Let's do one more. And I'm also going to show you at the end of this a shabby necklace that I made. And the reason I'm showing you is a sweet lady asked if I would do a video and show how I made it. And truth be told, I cannot do a video. I hang them up and nobody wants to look at the back of my head, I promise you. But if I have to hang it on the side of my dresser, and I kind of clamp them, and I'm kind of braiding and I'm moving around and they hang down, so there's no good angle to really video. My little camera can't hang at the top because then you really can't see, and it's not something I can lay flat and work on. If I figure out a way to videotape one, I will, but I'm hoping my video is going to be able to just kind of show you what it is. They're not hard to make, and I'm just hoping I'll be able to give you the idea of what I did. Maybe that'll be good. Let's see what we got here. Look, another one missing a hole. I'm getting slack on some of these, ain't I? You can do so many different colors. There's a purple. I don't know. I love this little darker color here. I'm looking for a small one. Oh, let's see what that looks like. It's got a little red. I don't know. Sometimes it really just jumps out. And you can do smaller ones. Let's do one that's smaller, so I won't have it no longer than this. Let's see. See how you can do a smaller one? They don't all have to be long. It's good to have some small ones. Sometimes when you're chopping, you get a little too caught up in making it be, making them longer. I'm just doing a quick glance to see. I'm finding some, and I didn't punch the holes. I must have them all mixed up. I got some work, y'all. What's that one? It's kind of cute. Kind of goes with that one, doesn't it? I like this because it's about the same size as that one. I think I might just go with that right there. We'll do a small one like that. But see all the variety that you can come up with here? Let's see what kind of colors of fabric do I have here. This shabby little piece of fabric here. I could stick that one down there. You see that through there? I want to make a little bit of the green color. I can. I like a little satin. I just feel like I'd like to have another little bitty piece in the front. But, oh, what about that one? Maybe. I think maybe we'll go with that. And then what do we want in front of that? Do we want, kind of like that. Just the same color. Sorry, y'all, I'm probably moving this out of your viewpoint. Let's see, where's the bullpen? Sorry, bulb pen. Alright, let's see. Do I want both of those? Because you could definitely put both. I think I will. Let's just see how it plays out. I put these on, I kind of put them together first, and when I clip onto things, I like to clip this way versus this way. So that's how I start, with what's on top first, so that when I use these, I'm clipping them this way. I hope that makes sense. And nothing has to be super straight. I mean, the difference is what you like about it. Like I could do that in a corner instead of just straight up and down. And then let's put this one here. Let's see how that looks. So there's another one. It's a shorter one. Y'all want to do one more? Once you get going, it's just kind of addictive, really. I'm getting mad at these I'm pulling up that I didn't hole punch. And see, those are about the same size. I have to do my hole right there. Could be different. Oh, I liked that one. Remember that one? I don't know why I'm holding on to this one. Oh, that's pretty. I like that, but not for this one. These were some words that I printed, and the ink was coming out, and some of the words got chopped off. So those I thought, well, I'll just, make a dangle from that. Let's move on to this and see if we could do more in blue. You'll probably see me turning some of these over, and you're like, there's one. This, y'all, I don't have a hole in it, but that was from some soap packaging. I thought that was pretty. It's funny how you look at stuff nowadays differently. It's like, what can I use that for? I like that number 28 right there. Look, there's another piece of that. Y'all know I love that. Oh, I like that. Do I have a small blue? I know, y'all, I use a lot of pink. I love pink. But, that's kind of the way my stuff is, shabby. I really wanted another little piece with blue, and I want it to be smaller, but maybe not. Maybe that'll work. I think I'm gonna go with it's got a lot of bold colors, not normally my go-to. But I don't want, for the sake of the video, to just be one-dimensional. So let's try it. All right. Move these. I'm going to actually move these because I want to show you that necklace. So these are all going to have to move pretty good. I want room to show that. Oh, that's pretty red. Too white. Okay. All right, we got our pen. I like this piece of lace right here. Let's cut a little piece off of this. still love this right here, so maybe we'll use both. Let's cut a little piece of that. I love that frayed look. I kind of like that. What else can go in the front here? Do I have a little bitty piece? Let's see, what kind of buttons do I have? Maybe. Or I have this little butterfly, but I'm not feeling that. Maybe. Let's see. Do I like that better, or do I like the little button better? I feel like the button's cute, but the red pops a little more. So let's put it on here and see what we get. I mean, you can get as embellished or as simple as you want. You don't even have to put fabric. You could just do the paper and do it that way. But I like all the differences that it makes. I like it, y'all. You might go, that's too gaudy, that's tacky. That's too much, but if I had a, let me look around here. I'm looking for another kind of blank tag. My tags here have stuff on them. Let's pretend this is a tag. See how that is? These are some pockets I'm making out of some magazine things. That would go like in the corner of my pocket, and then I could stuff it with some goodies. I might could put it over here. I mean, I hope that just kind of gives you an idea. You can tell I really stuffed him with yummies. But see how that could go like in the corner of this? I haven't sewed this one and finished making it, but it just adds to it. So I like it. I'm keeping it. Okay, there you go. Now, let me show you right quick. I'm going to keep some of this out because I'm going to work on these and a little bit more. Again, I had a sweet lady ask if I would do a video on my Shabby necklace, and I can't, but let me grab it. I have several of these. So this is a smaller one. I like them really long. I have several mannequins. I have an antique booth, and so I decorate it with a lot of these. And it's really just, this particular piece right here is just an old pearl necklace. It's not real, you know, it's fake costume jewelry. I don't always even use the necklace. Sometimes I just use lace. You can use, I have this right here that I got at Hobby Lobby. It's called Raymond Shade Tup Tape. And you can see the width is perfect. It's very durable. You can fold this in half and sew it or glue it. You don't have to make a necklace. I don't always have just necklaces. I have these as, you know, it's kind of like the snippet rolls with the paper, except I'm using 3D type items. So you could use it for decor, you could make a banner, you could use it in a display. I just like making it and using the things that I have. So you can see I have to clamp it and hang it down and work on it. So to lay it flat and try to do a video would be difficult. And again, I just couldn't get the right angle. But you can see I wrap fabric around them sometimes, or I'll just go in and tie old lace. This is from clothing. I never know what I'm going to put on these. They're not pre-planned out. These are some flowers I made or embellished. Jewelry. You know, I made this little flower from a shirt. And you just create a backing and get your little glue gun out and go to town. Broken pieces of jewelry, old earrings, old doilies. That's just really what it is. So they're really easy to make, and I do have a lot of fabrics, so I make a lot of my own flowers to go on it. So I kind of keep those made up as well, or I'll get Dollar Tree flowers and coffee dye those, or I look in thrift stores, yard sales, antique malls. I look for anything pretty cheap with some type of flower I can use, and I'll coffee dye it and, you know, bling it up, or, you know, cut up one of my little appliques that I get from clothes and different things like that, and put that on there, and I use these. So just something easy and simple. Like I said, I use my fabrics. If you're interested in me doing a video on how I make the flowers, it's nothing special. There's a ton of videos out there. I bet I'll be glad to do one. It's really just holding on to a piece of fabric and going around and gluing. But you can go in there and add like pearls. You can, let's see, add a button, you know, to give it a little, well, I don't want to pull that apart right yet. Trying to pull some jewelry I got over here, y'all. But like this jewelry right here that you know, I could cut that up and put a little piece in there. So you can embellish these. So I just make different sizes. Clothing, lace, fabrics, whatever. You know, right here's a really pretty piece that can lay flat. Let's see if I have I'm not here with this exceptional piece of something, but like, you know, to give it something extra. And this can go on a journal. So that's what I do to make those necklaces. I use my fabrics, my ribbons, things like that. So it's not hard. It's just, you know, playing around. So I hope that helps with the necklace. Give you some ideas. Let you see that it's really easy. It's not too hard. And then I hope you'll try the little dangles. Again, you know, go to Donna at Twisted Paper Studio. She has a ton of videos on what she does. She does a lot more videos than I do, but she's got some great tools and resources. And that, again, is where I got my inspiration to create what she calls the Twisted Tangles. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.